Let's move on to the last section of the topic, which talks about uses and implementations of operating systems. You have a slight idea about what operating systems do, the types. Let's just talk about the major three kinds of operating systems which are being used. Windows, Mac, and Linux are the ones which we are going to compare today and get to know about their working and capacities. Talking about operating systems, Bill Gates developed Windows in order to let the users work on a compatible platform. Earlier operating systems were text-based, which meant that even if you have to open a file, you would not go ahead and click a mouse. You would simply need to go to the command prompt where you type certain commands. To open a file like open, to close a file like you type close, and that's what every operation was done on every file. So slowly and steadily, improvements were made, and finally Windows 95 was developed, which gave the user a graphical interface. Talking about compatibility first, almost every application, game, or driver worked nicely on Windows. So much of support is available technically on Windows, and many developments can be made on this operating system. And there are so many functions which can be performed on Windows, which makes any work to be done quite easily. However, Windows is prone to viruses. One needs to buy an antivirus program. Now, virus is just like a bug, or you can say a kind of disease which is dangerous for your computer, and we need some kind of medicines in the form of antivirus programs to help remove them or prevent them. Talking about another operating system, which is Macintosh, or Mac to be precise, Apple developed it. Apple is a company or an organization which was started by Steve Jobs. This operating system is even older than Windows and was the first ever successful graphical-based operating system, which was released 1 year before Microsoft's operating system. Apple's Macs gets almost no viruses. They are disease-free, mostly. Their reliability is high, however, Macs only run on Apple computers. So whenever you have a computer which is working on Mac operating system, you would know that it is from Apple company only. Since they run only on specified computers, they are less prone to hardware and software crashing. And most of the time, Mac operating systems look much more beautiful than Windows operating system, but most of the times only. Talking about the negatives, the Mac operating systems, however, are very much costlier than Windows operating systems. Talking about Linux, Linux is the last of the category. But the best thing is, it is for free. Yes, by free means that you can download it, you can modify it, you can redistribute it without spending any money. This particular operating system was written in 1990s, but it is not a full operating system. It is just a kernel. Compatibility issues do come up for Linux, and not many games and programs are available. However, the choice of operating system depends on you. If you are a high-end gamer, you want to play games and work on them, Windows is the best operating system. If you want to prefer graphics-based work, say for example photography or videography, Mac is a no-beat. If you want to do programming and C and make new things and work on them, well, Linux is your answer. So you know a little bit about these operating systems, and in the practical, I would be showing you how these systems work. You would get a better idea about them. Thank you for all.